a major one because you had like 4 months to do this, and you had to like balance yourself out over that period of time to make sure you had everything done by today. Which
identities and relationships. I looked at how the family was affected by the cancer and how their relationships were affected.
So it's said to live in domestic tranquility, and that's just meaning us living peacefully. Yet there are
using science to do something as opposed to being in a classroom and doing stuff that had already been done. And from that I got really into quantum physics and tried to read some articles about it and discovered that I knew absolutely nothing. I'd also been
Which
reading
most people don't know.
before, as I mentioned, but while I was writing this, I didn't have the idea for this combination of the two until about December, and there was some really exciting stuff going on. In January, it was the first time that there had been a photon accelerated beyond the speed of light. There was a lab that did an experiment. The speed of light has always been assumed to be constant, like no matter where you are, as long as light is in a vacuum, it's traveling at the same speed. But this experiment was done to prove that light can have different speeds in a vacuum. So that was something I jumped on.
Because I know, at first it wasn't a facelift, like, I know I wanted to be around makeup, but I didn't know what with makeup. So I was thinking, makeup, does it like change your confidence level? Mm-hmm. That was my first idea, and then I was just like, a lot of people.
This can't prevent from a concussion full 100%, and they're really, really big because my cousin has one. It's way bigger than any helmet that the school provides for them, and it still doesn't have a 100% guarantee that you won't get a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's pre-rendered like you would see in movies like Transformers or other movies like the Smurfs, like the live-action Smurfs movie. I'm trying to think. All of it's like live, like all the sparks and everything. Those are individual.
School, and she helps with kids that have disabilities, and she has my brother in some of his classes. So I knew she'd be really well, and I'm really close to her. She was my soccer coach last year. So she helped me, and I had meetings with her every so often, and we just talked about like the project, how it's coming along, and things I can do to help with it.
In the beginning of the year to put our research on, and I put all my research that I found out about strokes and the websites that I used and these reflections that we took in class. Those are really the only other notes we took were her reflections.
Looking back on what I learned from this and kind of putting it into my life and helping others and that kind of stuff, working with my mentor was super helpful. She really helped me with
researching alternators. I got really interested in the topic,
and I started researching different types of alternators. There's axial flux alternators, which are what in windmills. Then there's this type of alternator. This is a flux alternator, and it's just in a car.
So it took a few tries. Definitely not so bad. But the idea was to be able to slow down and then get the full rotation and come back, and everything was really clean, more of like just really clean cut move. So that was it. But, it really wasn't as difficult.
I believe the 5th or 6th generation before me. So I was able to get a lot of information from her, and then I had to do a lot of census digging and other stuff like that.
Probably have to go with like something like this, having to actually get in it and actually learn stuff. Like when someone's presenting, you might not get everything that you probably could have if you got down and you researched while you were learning and stuff like that. That's why I would rather do something like this, because you can get down as deep as you want into whatever you're studying.
Great answer. Caleb, I need to pay you